Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have another shoutcast in the Master League Classic today, this time featuring Yveltal. And Yveltal is literally the Master League. It's the definition of the Master League. It's so good. Look at this lead. Mewtwo really doesn't have much play against Yveltal. I mean, has a little bit of play, but in comes Landorus, out comes Mamoswine, looking to be hard counted. Of course, as I mentioned, Mewtwo, if it has Focus Blast, it will do a lot of neutral damage to Yveltal. Ice Beam will do a lot to Yveltal, so there's some play there, but of course Yveltal doing a lot of damage with Snarl and Dark Pulse. But Mamoswine, definitely a great matchup against this Landorus. Unfortunately, Landorus is going to be able to get to another move. This Mamoswine is attempting to farm down, and it will be able to get the farm down with quite a bit of energy. The Landorus did use one shield, in comes Mewtwo. So Mewtwo going to be hit with Avalanche. Maybe he can get to a second Avalanche before Mewtwo can get to a Side Strike. We'll have to see. Does get the final shield, able to get off this Avalanche. That is huge. So this Avalanche is going to do a lot. Again, even if Mamoswine went down, Yveltal could come in and do a lot of damage. But this Mewtwo is charging up, going for the Side Strike. It will be enough to KO. But I think Yveltal could probably farm down. And that's probably what we're going to see right now. It does not quite farm down, but let's see what this is. Is this going to be a Side Strike? It's double resisted. No, it is that Ice Beam. So speaking of Ice Beam, it does do a lot. But again, it's not going to be enough to KO. In comes Metagross. Metagross going to be taking a lot of damage from this Dark Pulse. Holy smokes. Okay, as long as they can't farm down, Yveltal already added another Dark Pulse. Going to be enough to KO this Metagross. Great game. But Yveltal absolutely dominating, of course, having that Ice type in the back against Landorus. Ice moves in general are actually really good, I think, for the Master League. I mean, it does well against the Dragon types. There's so many Dragons. Giratina, Dialga is neutral to it, but it still does a lot. Dragonite is common, as I mentioned, the Dragons in general. So just Mamoswine, I've been seeing more and more of it, to be honest with you. And I do think it has a lot of play. So Yveltal into Melmetal. Okay, well, let's see if... this Yveltal does not have Focus Blast, so it can't land a Focus Blast, but that doesn't mean you can't bait it. So Yveltal will be able to take a Rock Slide, and we're going to go ahead and shield it anyway. So Yveltal will probably get a shield back if they threaten the Focus Blast. Going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse right now. Melmetal could shield this, and we'll have to see if they do. They do shield it. And now we see a switch into Mamoswine. Okay, so I thought maybe Yveltal would charge up to another Focus Blast and go for another Dark Pulse. Keep in mind, as I said, it could take a Rock Slide, but I guess it probably would do a decent amount of damage. But this Melmetal will be able to get to another move, so Mamoswine is going to go ahead and shield it. So going to be at a Superpower that would have been enough to KO. In comes Kyogre. Kyogre going to be hit with a Bulldoze. Going to be doing quite a bit of damage. Not going to be enough to KO, not at all. Actually, that's okay damage. It's not bad. So Kyogre does KO the Mamoswine. In comes Shadow Mewtwo. Shadow Mewtwo, or Mewtwo in general without shields, goes down super fast, but it does get to this Side Strike, so this Side Strike will be enough to KO for sure. We do see a shield. Makes sense. In comes Yveltal. Yveltal does get off the Dark Pulse. Will this be enough to KO Kyogre? I think so. Yveltal definitely a very powerful Pokemon. It does KO that Kyogre. I'm surprised they didn't get to a Surf, but... that's okay. Yveltal is going to be hit with this Rock Slide. Let's see how much damage it does. And yep, not enough to KO. Still does a lot. We're going to see the Dark Pulse, unfortunately, does not have Focus Blast. It has Hurricane instead. Dark Pulse not going to be enough to KO. They're going for the farm down, and this Mewtwo really has nowhere to hide, unfortunately. Now, if they got off Focus Blast, it would have KO'd the Melmetal if they had it, but we don't know what's in the back. It looks like it's going to be Garchomp. So, yeah, I feel like Garchomp would have won this anyway. We're going to see a Side Strike, of course, come out from the Shadow Mewtwo, but it's not going to be enough to KO. It does do a lot of damage. Don't underestimate that damage, but it is not enough to KO, so Garchomp will get off another attack, and it will KO the Mewtwo, but that is still a good game. Definitely a tough lead. Melmetal is definitely tough for Yveltal, but Yveltal does have play against it, especially if it has Focus Blast, but even if it doesn't, Dark Pulse does a lot. So Yveltal into Dialga. Okay, so let's see how this plays out. I actually don't know. I mean, again, no Focus Blast on the Yveltal, but you could still bait it, which is what this trainer is doing, so I'm going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse. We'll see. We'll see if they decide to shield it. They do not decide to shield it. But again, Yveltal is going to go ahead and shield this and get to another Dark Pulse, so it's still going to be able to take the match, or not the match, but the battle, if the Dialga doesn't shield. And wow, this This Yveltal charged up for 2, so even if they shield, Yveltal's going to be able to get off another Dark Pulse. They do actually shield, another Dark Pulse coming through. Do they want to commit both shields on the Dialga? They might. They might. They do, so Dialga probably looking to farm down. But hey, you got both shields, so that's totally fine. In comes this Mamoswine. Mamoswine going to look to farm down, but it does go ahead and commit to the shield. The problem with this team is using the shields before Shadow Mewtwo. Shadow Mewtwo, or Mewtwo in general, definitely needs shields, right? So without shields, it's just like going to be KO'd. It takes a lot of damage from anything. So it does go ahead and get that farm, which is nice. We'll have to see what comes in. Going to be a Garchomp. Are we going to see a Focus Blast? We are going to see a Focus Blast. I wonder if Focus Blast is enough to KO it from full health. Focus Blast coming out. Oh my gosh, it is. And in comes Melmetal. Okay, Melmetal. So this Melmetal's going to go for the Rock Slide. It shouldn't be enough to KO a Shadow Mewtwo. Mewtwo has to get the Focus Blast to KO that Melmetal, and they definitely have to go for it. They're able to get to it. Mewtwo absolutely going to town when shields are down. That's what Mewtwo does. It destroys everything. Now, as I said, Mewtwo does benefit from having shields, and that still is true. But, you know, your opponent didn't have any shields, so you're able to go ahead and take that one. So very great game, well played. And we're going to go ahead and move into the next one. And let's see how the next game plays out. So it's going to be Yveltal into Ho-Oh, a beautiful shiny one at that. Okay. Looks like the opponent is lagging. That's definitely never fun, which reminds me I lagged quite a bit yesterday, which cost me several games. I hate it. It's really tilting, but you know, I lagged like 3 times and I lost because I went 2-3 because of that. It would have been like a 5. I'm pretty sure it would have been a 5-0 if I didn't lag out of those 3 games because I had such an advantage, but it was definitely so frustrating. But anyway, back to this game. This Ho-Oh is definitely playing from behind. We're going to see a shield. It's going to be a Brave Bird, so that was a nice shield. In comes Purple Kyogre. So, going to go for the Dark Pulse right now. Expecting the Kyogre to shield. We'll have to see if Kyogre decides to shield this one. They do not, but another Dark Pulse will be enough to KO. So they actually still might shield this if they want to keep that Kyogre alive. They do shield it, okay. And now we're going to see a Surf. This is going to be enough to KO Yveltal. And that's totally fine. Yveltal did its job, so Yveltal's going to go ahead and go down. Mewtwo does have a shield, so as I said, Mewtwo benefits from shields. Going to go ahead and go for the Side Strike, just so you don't have to use a shield on this Kyogre. And we'll see what comes in. I don't think it matters what comes in. What is going to wall? I mean, Metagross? Okay, Ho-Oh is coming in. And they do switch, trying to catch it. Okay, that's a pretty good answer, I guess. Mewtwo is a pretty good answer to this Mewtwo because this Mewtwo does not have Shadow Ball. If it had Shadow Ball, it'd be able to KO that Mewtwo. So we do see a switch into this Mamoswine, and Mamoswine is going to be hit with most likely a Side Strike. Not going to be enough to KO, I don't think. No, it's Focus Blast that will KO. But this Mewtwo going to go ahead and charge up enough for 2. Go for Side Strike. This will KO the Mewtwo, and then the next Side Strike will KO the Ho-Oh. Mewtwo wins CMP against everything, and even if it didn't, it still has a shield that it can hide behind. So that is going to be a good game. Very well played, and yeah, great game. Yeah, I would say this is a pretty squishy team, right? Not the bulkiest team in the world, but that's okay. It's still really, all these Pokemon are fantastic to use. So we're going to go ahead and move into the final game of the video. Let's give it up for this trainer. Definitely very well played throughout the course of the video. I have a 98% Yveltal that I wanted to invest in, but it has 14 attacks, so I'm debating. It's still good. Like, it's still good, but I kind of want to get that 15 attack. Okay, this is a great matchup. You don't want Mewtwo on that Metagross, but you do want Yveltal on it. They do switch out into Giratina. Okay, Yveltal walls Giratina. In fact, Metagross is better to use against Yveltal than Giratina is. I mean, we'll have to, do they have Dragon Pulse? But even if they do have Dragon Pulse, it doesn't matter. No, they don't. Shadow Ball. Maybe they didn't realize. I don't know. Could have been a mistake switch. It happens to all of us. Not a big deal. But this Yveltal is going to go ahead and go for the Dark Pulse. And this Yveltal is definitely going to be able to win this matchup. Does so much damage. And Yveltal can take another Shadow Ball. It could take an Ominous Wind, of course. We'll see what they go for. It's going to be a Shadow Ball. Okay, to be fair, it does get the Yveltal pretty low, but at the same time, Yveltal took a shield and switch and has enough for a move against whatever comes in, so that is huge. Going to be Togekiss. Okay, so generally, Yveltal is walled by Togekiss, but not when it has Hurricane. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Togekiss definitely did not see that coming. Mamoswine, maybe can... Actually, Togekiss probably gets to a move, but they do switch into Metagross. Out comes the Bulldoze. Yeah, I can't imagine them losing this one. So Bulldoze is going to get the shield. We do see a switch. Okay, I mean, Focus Blast is neutral, so it should be enough to KO Metagross. Of course, this Mewtwo does not have Shadow Ball, but that's fine, because again, Focus Blast should be enough to KO, even though it's neutral damage. We do see the Mewtwo get to it. Focus Blast coming out. I'd be shocked if Metagross survives this, to be honest. Yeah, it doesn't even survive it. Not even close. Togekiss is coming in. Going to be hit with another Side Strike. Actually, the opponent will quit. And that will be it for this one, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.